we're doing like 2 to 4K. March, it jumped to 7K. And then April, we finished the month out with 13.
No way.
It's been life changing, to be honest. I mean, we saw results within a month, and now 2 months in, it's almost doubled itself. I reached out to a couple of people, and they kind of sort of didn't explain the process. They were just like, "This is how much it's gonna be. This is what we're gonna do, and you've got to pay us." You're like, "I'm gonna do an audit." That's what sold me in the beginning was the audit because you went through. You analyzed my whole page. You told me the potential. You told me where it was going wrong, where we could improve. Ever since then, it's been a lot less stressful. If I have an issue or if I see something, I can text you or call you and you respond whenever you have a chance and you always make it work. It's a lot easier. One less thing to worry about.
Awesome. So
See.
Nelson, can you first introduce yourself? What business do you own and what do you do?
All right. So my name is Nelson. I own a window tint shop in Wilmington, North Carolina. For the past 3 years, been doing mobile work. And recently we transitioned into a brick and mortar style shop. So we have an actual location. And that's when I reached out to Ismail to hopefully help drive the sales up.
Okay. And as briefly as possible, just a high-level overview, can you explain the results working with us?
Yeah, so we're getting probably about like 2 to 3 leads a week before, and it was off of like a personally designed website. And ever since, and we were maybe getting 1 or 2 calls. We had decent reviews. I think at the time when we started, we had like it was like 70 or 80 Google reviews at the time, and it was a perfect 5 star. But ever since then, right now, I think we're at like 135 stars, and we've only been doing this for what, a month or two. And
Yeah.
then right now we're producing, I want to say a good like 15 to 20 leads per week. That's with not Google Forms, website forms, calls, and that's from you doing the SEO and doing the Google ads as well. And it's paying for itself.
Okay.
Exactly how you said.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. Before working with us, what were you doing? Were you doing anything in terms of marketing?
Yeah, so before working with you, I wasn't doing anything on Google. It was very complicated and I didn't understand it. But a lot of the leads that I was getting was word of mouth, but I was also running ads on Facebook and Instagram. And that's when you told me that, those are more for like, people who aren't really like looking for it, whereas ads on like online, like on Google, or for people who are actively searching for it. And I think that itself like helped a ton changing like the quality of the leads we were getting through. Because before, like the leads we were getting through, they were very like, okay, yeah, I'll think about it. And now it's like, okay, let's do it. When can we book it? So yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So at what point, I know you said you were running ads. What point did you decide that it's the time to work with a marketing agency?
Well, whenever I took on the overhead of having to shop, because before when it was mobile, it was like super easy to like there wasn't much overhead, so like there was not too many bills to pay, not too much to worry about. And then it's like when you're getting 2 or 3 customers a day, it's pretty nice as like additional supplemental income. But when you have like like $2,500 worth of bills, you want to get more people coming in. And then I was like, you know what, I should look for somebody who can do this. And I reached out to a couple of people, and everyone they kind of sort of didn't explain the process. They were just like, "This is how much it's going to be. This is what we're going to do, and you've got to pay us." And then you, on the other hand, you were like, "Hey," you're like, "I'm going to do an audit," and that's what sold me in the beginning was the audit because you went through, you analyzed my whole page, you told me the potential, you told me where it was going wrong, where we could improve, and yeah.
Awesome. And then, if you don't mind, revenue-wise, what is the difference or the jump in since working with us?
So previous months before working with you, so let's use January and February for example. We're doing like 2 to 4K around there, and then in March it jumped to 7K, and then April we finished the month out with 13.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm super excited to hear that. Awesome.
yo,
I think last time I asked you, you were just under 10K for April, I believe.
yeah. So the very last week of it was a heavy hitter, man. I think we had maybe like 12 appointments and like the
Awesome.
very last week, and then one of them was a storefront that was off of a 2 front window lead, so that one also helped out pretty well to finish the month off strong.
Awesome. And then last question, how has this affected maybe life outside work? Is there less stress? Are you enjoying life more? How's it going otherwise?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Originally it kind of sucked because, I made this website myself and it was terrible. And it's like sometimes it'll work, sometimes it wouldn't, sometimes it'd go down, sometimes it'd crash. And then whenever I needed to go edit something, it was like a hassle. Like I had to go in there and figure everything out because I didn't know what I was doing. And then I was like, you know what, man? Like the same way people pay me to do tent work is the same reason I should pay somebody to do this whole website and do the marketing and whatnot. And ever since then, it's been like you said, a lot less stressful. If I have an issue or if I see something, I can text you or call you, and you respond whenever you have a chance, and you always make it work. So yeah, it just makes it a lot easier. One less thing to worry about.
Awesome. That's great to hear. So if someone's on the fence of joining, what would you say to them?
Don't think about it. Just do it because that was another thing for me. Like I said, I didn't have that much like income coming in, like to like be like, okay, let me go spend $3,000-4,000 on this website that this other guy is saying, right? And then I was like, you know what? I was like, let me talk to some people. And when I talked to you, I was like on the fence because, I was like, I don't know if this is a smart move because I mean, I don't know anybody personally who's done it like around here, right? And then I was like, maybe it'll be worth a shot because, at the end of the day, you miss 100% of the chances you don't take. And I'm like, if this is my only $800 or however much it is, I was like, I'll put it towards it and we'll just see where it goes. And I haven't had any regrets so far. So if anybody's thinking about doing it, I mean, if you got the funds, try it. I mean, we saw results within a month, and now 2 months in, it's almost double itself. So I mean, I wouldn't think about it. If I have another business or if I know anybody, I text you. I'm like, hey, can you do this or hey, can you do that? And I try to send people your way just because, like I said, it's been life changing to be honest.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and it's going to continue to grow. And this is just the start. But yeah, thank you for that.